You talk about good timing. Oh, man. It is perfect timing for DynaTrap. I don't know about where you live, but the skeeters are already out where we live here in Florida. They're going to be coming out all over the place, and not just mosquitoes. If you don't like noseeums or gnats or flies or moths, you need to get this. It's called DynaTrap. It's an LED mosquito insect trap. Here's how it works. See that light? Well, that light, that UV light, is absolutely, it's like a magnet when it comes to bugs. They're drawn to it. Once they get drawn to it, they get sucked in a little fan. They go down into the bottom, into the waste bin, and they are gone. So what you want to do with this is you want to put it somewhere away from where you're going to be hanging out, because the bugs will be drawn to it. So if you sit on your deck, put it way over in the corner of the deck, or put it in the yard. If you have a pool, put it away from the pool. The bugs will be drawn to it. Once they get in there, and there's no zapping or frying or smoke or smell or any of that stuff, once they get in there, they get sucked down into the little chamber down here, and that's where they perish, and they are gone. And you know, the whole deal with insects is controlling the population. You're never gonna get rid of them all, so don't try that. And you don't want to cover yourself with a bunch of chemicals. Use this, you'll find that the population will decrease. You're not going to be dealing with them as readily. It's a great way to be able to clean up your yard and your property and have you get rid of some of them bugs. So you have two choices here. The one on the bottom is the larger one. That's for a full acre. All right, if you got a big property, good sized property, you want to use that one. I have one of these, and I don't have an acre property, but I got the big one anyway, just because I'm like, you know what, I'm going to spend 80 bucks, might as well spend 125 and get the jumbo. But if you got a smaller area, you know, and maybe it's an apartment area and you want to just get your little area of the yard in front of your house, you can use the smaller ones, okay? They're for a half acre. Full acre, half acre. Everything you need is included. All you need to do is plug these in. You get the light, that incredible UV light, you get all that stuff. Right over there is the amount of insects you can expect, okay, after about a week inside the trap. Almost 3,000 in the acre, and about 2,500 of those flying insects will get into the half acre. Think about that. That's 2,500 to 3,000 bugs in less than a week that are not going to be flying around your property and ruining your picnic and your barbecue and your pool party and all the rest of that stuff. Finally, before I introduce Peter Kilcullen, who's going to give you all the breakdown, I wanted to give you our color choices. Over here, if you look over there, this is called bronze. In the middle, this is called stone. Pretty cool color. And then finally, I have it in black. So 3 colors remaining, all the bulbs included. Plug it in, enjoy the summer, enjoy the spring, enjoy the fall. You're not gonna be dealing with those nasty multitudes of insects biting and stinging. And one last thing I'm gonna say is I'm gonna do a promotion for my next item because this is important. I have the DynaTrap Dot, which is for inside your house when 1 or 2 of them mosquitoes gets in and you can't sleep because it's around your ear. That's coming up next, and that's a great price. So for the half acre, $79. For the full acre, $126. We have an 8% credit card offer today, which will take $40 off your purchase if you get a card for the first time. I'm gonna put that out there too. Thank you, Kevin, for popping that up. Part of our Memorial Day tribute here to you and our customers and all the wonderful veterans. So you can get the Today Special home for under $65. Great deal. Let me introduce you to our special guest of the day. He's a good friend of mine, and he's a guy I know loves to entertain outdoors, Mr. Peter Kilcullen. Hey, Pete.
Hey, Guy. Welcome to the backyard.
Hey, and I've been to your backyard, and I'll tell you, it's a wonderful place, and having the DynaTrap there just makes it even more wonderful, Pete.
Yeah, you're right. You know, it is wonderful back here. Well, we definitely have a mosquito problem, and it would be really bad if we didn't have our DynaTrap. And you were talking about the DynaTrap and how great it is at reducing that population of the mosquitoes for me, but all types of biting insects. But Guy, I don't know if you know this, that what we've done since last year is that we now have this Attractaglow LED, this dual spectrum bulb with this scientifically developed color, that purple color that's bringing in the bugs. So think about this. The new Attractaglow bulb is going to attract more bugs. It's going to last longer, and it's going to cost less. Because if you have one of our DynaTraps, if you've heard about them, 4 to 6 months was how long those bulbs would last. With this new bulb, this LED bulb, we're talking about 2¼ years. So 27 months that this bulb will work before needing to be replaced. Or guy, think about this. If you're in an area where it gets cold for a portion of the year, if you have this new DynaTrap, we're talking about 4 summers, 4 seasons before you have to get a new bulb, because you're only using it about 4 or 5 months out of the year. Because remember, you want to make sure that you're starting to control those mosquitoes when it gets over 50 degrees. So here in Florida, that's most of the year, but we're still going to get 27 months. So guys, should I go through again how that technology works and how DynaTrap has nailed it to make sure that you're going to have the best summer ever in your backyard?
Yeah, do it, Pete. Tell everybody about it.
All right. What's so cool is first we have that bulb. That's what we're talking about. That's that perfect color, that temperature that those mosquitoes love, that UV LED light. And as I talked about, up to 2¼ years, and it's going to attract more bugs. That's number one. But again, a great value because it lasts longer. We also get warmth. That's going to heat up that titanium dioxide plate that's underneath, and then that produces carbon dioxide. That's just like our breath. But then here's where it gets exciting. That powerful fan is going to say any biting insects that are attracted to this light, the warmth, the carbon dioxide, are immediately sucked in with that fan. And then I'm telling you, easy to empty. But guy, you're going to have so many mosquitoes in there, and it is so large on the acre and on the half acre. This is not something you're emptying every week or every month. It can hold a lot of bugs. You're going to empty it. That's the only thing you ever have to do. Hey, guy, what we're looking at right here is we had a third-party testing. So I can tell you it works great with the mosquitoes, and you can tell everybody, but third-party testing, mosquitoes, flies, wasps, hornets, stink bugs, and moths, third-party tested. We had 6 bugs third-party tested last season. So that's still the case, but now we've added 6 more biting insects that were independently tested, so you know it's going to work at home. So I think we've upped it to midges and noseeums and gnats and blowflies, houseflies, so many different biting insects. So you're going to have the best summer ever. And Guy, I think we're all kind of, thinking about what's going to happen this summer. We're going to be closer to home. We want to be able to enjoy our own yard. And I'm telling you, I've tried everything out here because we're in Florida. It's, we have a lot of shrubs in the back. I have a lot of the drainage kind of ditches in the side of the house and the front of the house. So I have a problem here, and I've tried everything. This works. And Guy, I know you want to talk a little bit because I've been going on, but after you kind of catch us up on what's going on with the colors, I want to explain to everyone exactly how you place this in your yard, because this is when it's really exciting, never having to prepare to go outside ever again. And
while you are getting ready to talk about that, Pete, I want to mention that we have the shepherd's hook available. And the reason that you want to think about this is it gives you a place for it to hang. It can go on a surface like we have it here, but what you want to do is you want to get this thing up off the ground so that the insects can be attracted to that light. We have this available. I don't know if you can see it with my shirt, but I'm going to stand to the side of it. And all this does is push into the ground, and then your DynaTrap just hangs right here. So it hangs at a level right like that. It's a perfect way to be able to hang your DynaTrap anywhere. And Kevin's going to put up our information. It's about 20 bucks. I would encourage you to get one of these because they are going to sell out to go along with it. But Peter, you know what gets me, and I know you're going to go through more and more stuff, but is I know a lot of people, and especially some of the ladies that are in our lives, that for some reason, and I don't know what it is, but it seems like mosquitoes really beat up on the ladies out there. And I don't know what it is, or like I said, but I know like Danny's girlfriend was over. She wouldn't even go outside the other day. She's like, I'm not going out on the deck. The noseeums eat me alive. My mom, same way. She's like, those bugs will get here. And even worse when they get in your house. And by the way, we have the DynaTrap Dot available for indoors. I'm going to get to that in a bit. But I'm so tired of hearing people say, I can't go outside, I'm not gonna let the kids out, because this is the time of night when the bugs just eat you alive. You are missing out on a great summer of wonderful activities. And we maybe wind up stuck at the house or in our property or around our pool. Oh, yeah. I know, Pete, you got a nice pool. I live pretty close to the Gulf, so I can walk out there, but I wanna walk out there. I'm not worry about bugs in my own yard. If you have a half acre, get the smaller one. If you have a full acre or more, get one. You can get one of each. If you've got 2 acres of property or 2 of the big ones, it doesn't matter, but just get one, because we need to celebrate being outdoors. You don't want to be shut in the whole time, and this makes a difference. In fact, as we said before, up to 3,000 insects in less than a week will be inside that trap. And Peter, the real key to any population of whatever it is out there is effectively controlling the population of them. The more there are, the more they're going to multiply. So if you can play a role in decreasing the number of bugs in your space, and bugs will be very territorial, right? I mean, they're gonna do their eggs and everything in one area for the most part.
Yeah, these bugs, right? They don't travel very far, especially like your mosquitoes and these biting insects. They may only travel 300 feet in their entire yard. So all the mosquitoes that are in my yard, these are my mosquitoes. They're gonna stay here. And you're exactly right. If we catch one mosquito, and remember the female mosquitoes, they're the ones that do the biting. They're the only ones we have to worry about. But every female mosquito can lay up to 600 eggs. Remember, they need a tiniest bit of standing water to reproduce. So we can, eliminate a potential of 600 new mosquitoes by catching those. So you're reducing that population all the time. And Guy, I'm gonna grab something for you right here. Check this out. I'm losing some of these in the wind, but this was mine, my new unit that's over there on the shepherd's hook, 6 days.
Wow.
6 days. And I think I've already lost some to the wind out here, but that is what you can expect to find. I know you saw that study from the University of Nebraska where they, in 6 days, I don't know if I've got 3,000 there, but they were over 2,900. It's amazing. And it really works while you're not doing anything. Guy, I know you've thought about this, and it's, that person in the family you talked about who gets bit really bad. They won't go outside until they've done all the spraying, they've used all those chemicals, or they've got to have a candle out there, or we've got to have something. There's got to be all this preparation just to go outside. You're never going to have to do that anymore, because the most important thing is when you get this home, you're going to plug it in. You're going to leave it out there 24 hours a day. So while you're sleeping, we're trapping mosquitoes. While you're at work, we're trapping mosquitoes. So never again are you going to have to prepare to go outside. And then the second part of what makes this so great is how it's designed to work. Now, normally I wouldn't have my DynaTrap right here next to where we're going to be enjoying the outside. Mine typically is on that shepherd's hook, and it's back in the yard about 20 to 30 feet away from where we are. So it can draw the mosquitoes over there. It's best to have it 3 to 6 feet off the ground. It's going to draw them in away from you, and it's going to trap those mosquitoes. So it's fantastic. I got you. Maybe in the years past, you've tried those candles, you've tried all those other things. You're bringing those or putting those right near where you are. So before it can even help to repel the mosquitoes or the biting insects, it's on top of you. It's on top of the food you're eating. This is a great way to trap mosquitoes, but draw them away from where you are. And with that new Attractive Glow bulb, that LED bulb that's going to attract more than ever, it's going to cost less and last longer. And Guy, I want to show everyone, if I can, real quick, I've got a little experiment I want you to see. I think you'll like this. Because what's so neat is that we're going to attract those bugs, but then we've got that fan that's going to draw them in. So now it's pretty breezy out here.
Oh,
hopefully you can see how it's drawing in that smoke. And it really is a lot of breeze here. But it'll draw that in. Look at that. That's what happens as the mosquitoes get anywhere around your unit. That fan draws them in, and then they get trapped down here in that basket. Here's a good look at it. Look, he made the mistake. Too close. He's going to get sucked down in there, and that's where they stay until they expire. So it's such a fantastic way, because remember, Guy, this is going to be basically silent. I have both of these on, so it's super quiet. It's safe. There's no pesticides and chemicals. There's no smell. It's really safe to use, and you're going to love it, because think about this. Plug it in. Do you have to go out there in a couple of days to replace something, to buy more of anything? No. You can go a week, you can go a month without ever having to do anything with your DynaTrap except empty that basket. But honestly, the basket's so big, mosquitoes are so small, you're talking about maybe once a month you'll empty that. Maybe you want to empty it your first 2 weeks, Guy, because you're going to be blown away. In 2 weeks, the amount of biting insects that you'll see in there will blow you away. It's amazing.
What's really nice too, Peter, is every time you empty it, all the bugs you're throwing away or throwing out in your mulch pile, whatever, those are bugs that are not going to bite you. They're not going to bite your mom. They're not going to bite your kids. They're not going to bite your girlfriend, your wife, your husband, whatever. They are no longer, or are they going to replicate and make millions more of the little bugs? Listen, we're not trying to rid the planet of bugs. Bugs are part of the planet. I get it. I just don't need them in my yard biting me while I'm eating a hot dog. Or I'm at Pete's house. Pete knows I like to go to his house, have a nice, relaxing drink, and hang out at his house. I don't want to all of a sudden be smacking a bug off my arm because I decided to go outside. Don't get caught inside all summer because you're afraid of the bugs. Fight back with DynaTrap. All-weather construction. That UV light lasts 6.5 times longer than it ever did before. You don't have to spray nothing. You don't have to cover yourself with lotions and oils and potions and all that stuff. I mean, if you want to, you can if you're going to be taking a walk away from your property. But you are fighting the battle with the best game in town, and that's DynaTrap. I love the look of it. I think they're beautiful to look at. They just look like a beautiful glowing candle off in the distance. Last call on the shepherd's hook. Kevin, how many left of the shepherd's hook? 200 left to be able to display this. You can still put it anywhere, or you can go and find something on your own or hang it from a tree. But I like having the shepherd's hook because it makes it easy and you can move it around if you need to. Remember, this is also a portable item. If you're going to a party and somebody doesn't have one, bring it with you because this thing starts working the second you get it out there, and it's going to last you year after year. Let me show you the color choices one more time. This is bronze in the acre. So this is if you have a substantial property, acre or more. You know, if you got a lot of property, you might want to get more than one. There's stone in the middle. 1 acre stone, how many? 200 left. And then finally I have it in the black. They all come in the more compact half-acre model. If you want to go ahead and try this, HSN is giving you not a 30 or 60, but 90 days with our extended return policy due to what we're dealing with right now. Give you a little extra time to use it. So check it out. Take it on a test drive. You'll know in the first week that you made a good decision when you start dumping out the bugs. And I got a bag of bugs right there. Look what's inside there. That's all in 6 days. Look at how many bugs are inside there. And what's funny is you can't even see all the little tiny gnats and mosquitoes that are inside here, but these things would be biting you, stinging you. And then not only that, you're left with the itch that you got to deal with for a week after that. So get it home. You have nothing to lose but the bugs. And again, we're not trying to eliminate bugs from the planet. They're an important, part of the planet. I get that. But you don't need to have them in your personal space. You can protect that. And remember, coming up, I keep promoting this item, Pete, which is the little dot that you can put inside the house, because if perchance, all it takes is one mosquito to ruin your night, right? Daniel, one mosquito gets in your room, and you're doing this all you're right around your ear. And you don't want to hear something really terrible? And I'll tell you, this is a true story, which I'm buying these after the show. About a week ago, there's a mosquito right near my lamp in my bedroom when I get up, and that guy is big, because you know what he's been doing all night? Feeding off me. He was so full of my blood, sitting on the, and I know this is gross, but I gotta tell you, he wouldn't even fly. He was so heavy because he had been feeding off me all night, and that completely grossed me out. That's when I said I'm gonna get one of these, because every once in a while a bug may get in your house. We have those available coming up in just a bit, but the key to the whole thing is control the exterior population. That'll also help the interior of your home too, because you're lessening the number of chances for you to get bit. If you want the half acre 79, if you want the full acre 126, Kevin, let's put up the $40 HSN offer card. So if you get the HSN credit card, you get $40 whatever your purchase is. So if you want to get the 1 acre, it's under $65. Even less for the half acre, you'll get $40 put into your account, and you can use it on any purchase. The one you're looking at there is the stone color. I have it available in bronze. I have it available in black. You know, there are a lot of things we can do to control situations like this, but this is one of them. And having it off in the distance, like if I was going to have it here, I would probably put it off at maybe in the perimeter or the exterior, farther reaches areas of my property, because if I have the acre, I know it's going to cover all the area. It's like a magnet for gnats, noseeums, hornets, beetles, mosquitoes, the worst offender of all. And if you're one of those people that will not go outside because you worry about mosquitoes, you need to get one of these. If you have kids, because you know kids, they don't even think about it, then they come in and, oh boy, when little ones get bit, especially little teeny tiny ones, it's awful, right? It's like it hits them worse than anybody. Like I said, the girls that I've had over my house, I don't know why, but my sister-in-law, Kira, she comes to the house, she won't go outside half the time. She's like, the noseeums get my ankles. This will work on those as well. So whatever your situation, maybe it's a blood type thing, I don't know. All I know is they're out there and they're hungry and they're gonna come after you. Look at the different bugs, even Japanese beetles. I mean, drain fly, I don't even know what that is, but I'm glad I know that. Gnats, look at how densely populated the gnats are, and you can't even see the dang things, right? You're gonna be able to take care of it. Pete, I'll toss it back to you, but I've already sold out of one color. We're getting limited in some of the other colors. And I think for anybody out there that doesn't want to do the work, this is for you, because literally, DynaTrap does most of the work. The only thing you have to do besides plugging it in is empty it out once every couple of weeks. And let me tell you, you'll take pleasure in dumping it out, because you're gonna look and go, wow, I can't believe
you really will.
that many bugs were in my yard.
Sorry.
Go ahead, Pete.
Yeah, I mean, you're gonna love it when you get to empty it. So this was, a test that was done for us, and I was shocked. This is 2 weeks, and you can see these are just packed in there. I mean, thousands and thousands of, it looks like mostly mosquitoes. This was done in a suburb, just 2 weeks, just a suburb of Chicago, and I was amazed at what they were able to collect. So that will be your happiest moment, is when you're gonna be emptying your DynaTrap. And it's not something you have to do every day or even, every month, but it's going to trap those mosquitoes. And Guy, I know you were talking about the half acre and the acre, and sometimes we get a lot of questions on which one do I need. Yeah. And I liked what you said about your own yard. You're thinking, you know what, I'm gonna get the full acre. And I'm the same way. I have the full acre back here, but I don't have an acre of property back here. But here's what you have to think about. If you want to make sure you're going to take care of that whole back area and you know you have a problem, I know we've got it bad in this area where I am. So the full acre makes a lot of sense. But we have a little balcony in the front of the house, and we're able to use the half acre over there. So if you have a full acre of property, but you want to cover the front yard and the back, maybe the way to go is to have that half acre in the back and a half acre in the front, because the house is going to act like a barrier to, it won't allow this to have full effectiveness. It's going to kind of have that 360-degree, ability to draw on those mosquitoes. But if you want to cover the front and back, I would go either with 2 half acres or just that 1 full acre in the back. But it really doesn't matter. I would judge it a lot on how big your problem is. If you're suffering and you have so many people in the family who get bit, let's get the big dog and really get it to work for you and start to eliminate that population. Remember, we've got that new bulb, that Attract-A-Glow, which is so amazing, attracting more bugs and mosquitoes than ever before, and it's going to last 2.25 years before you have to do anything. Guy, previously we had to change that bulb every 4 to 6 months. Right. But we don't have to do that anymore. We could go 27 straight months, which we might do here in Florida. In other climates, you're only using in the summer. That means 4 summers before you have to change that bulb. And there you can see it does a better job. It heats up that titanium dioxide coating, producing CO2. So that amazing Attract-A-Glow LED, we've got that warmth, we've got that carbon dioxide drawing in those mosquitoes. And when they get too close, that fan just brings them in, and they stay inside that easy to empty canister, that basket, and they expire. It is so simple. It's so quiet. There's no odor. There's not going to be any chemicals, anything you have to think about. No preparation where you have to gather the kids and spray them and the dog and try to figure out how are we going to enjoy the outdoors.
We'll get Pete's signal back, but you get the basic idea here. Listen. And we'll get Pete back in 1 sec. You're going to be spending a lot of time, more than likely, at your home this summer, probably more than you ever have before. Barbecues, cookouts with your family, and close people that you're comfortable with. You're going to be doing that. Why not be comfortable? You have the whole summer to try this. We're going to give you 90 days to try it out. If after a month and a half, 2 months, 3 months, you're like, you know what? I guess I didn't have that many bugs. Whatever. You want to return it? That's fine. It doesn't help us if you're not happy. Okay, it helps us if you are happy, because then you're going to tell everybody, oh my gosh, I got this cool thing at HZ, I got no bugs, it's great. So get it home and try it. You have nothing to lose but bugs, all right? If you don't like mosquitoes, like most people don't, I think noseeums are actually worse for some people, because they're so tiny you don't even realize they're biting at your ankles and all that stuff, right? And they always stay down low, so you never really see them. This is an answer for that. Hornets, right? It could be just a hornet. Here's the thing about bugs and insects. They are attracted to light, all right? And they're attracted to CO2. CO2 is what our body gives off. That you don't see it, you don't smell it, but the bugs, they know where it is. That's why they follow you around. You know, it's interesting. I went out a couple of weeks ago, and I'm redoing some landscaping in the back of my house. And I was out underneath the trees, and I'm putting stone in and stuff in the back corner. And within 30 seconds, I looked down. I must have seen 13, 14, 15 mosquitoes swarming around my leg. I'm one of those lucky people that, for some reason, they don't bite me that much. Except for the one that was in my house. Obviously, I was sleeping and he just took advantage of me, but I'm telling you, they normally don't bother me. But like, Danny gets bit, his girlfriend gets bit, anybody, my mom, people like that. So this is a way to be able to handle that problem, all right? But the point is, when I was out in the yard, I couldn't believe how quickly they were attracted to the CO2 that your body gives off. That's what this replicates. So the bugs have two things. They see the light, they love the light, and they love the scent that is created by the coating. You can't smell it, but they can. So they're drawn to it like a magnet. And they go in, they get sucked in by the fan, they get reduced down to the bottom where they perish. And then at the end of the week or 2 weeks or whatever it is, monthly, you can do it wherever you want. If you like to see a lot of bugs, wait a month. And then just dump it out. There's a little brush that comes with it. You can sweep them out. You don't have to use your hands. And then just put it back together and put it back on the hook or put it wherever you have. By the way, last call on the shepherd's hook. 100 left. If you want to get this hook that goes with it, and this just allows you to hang your DynaTrap on the hook and then just stick it in the grass. And again, one more time, as Peter said, the way to use this is to put it away from the area where you're hanging out. Right, you know, versus like citronella and say, oh yeah, citronella smells wonderful. Yeah, it attracts bugs. So why would you want to put it on a table where you're eating? Put this off in an area where you can obviously plug it in, which is fine. You can get an extension, do what you got to do, but put it off there, and that's where the bugs will go. Peter, we got about a minute left. I'll leave you kind of give one more once over why we really need to get this, especially now that summer is coming.
Yeah, exactly. Guy, you're exactly right. That's what makes this so great. So combine that great technology, the new attracted glow bulb, at bringing in more biting insects than ever before. And then, as you said, positioning it away from you, 3 to 6 feet off the ground, it's going to draw those mosquitoes away from you. It's going to reduce that population. You're not going to have to do anything. This bulb will not have to be replaced for 2¼ years. So if that's somewhere where you live up north, that's 4 summers before you ever have to replace that bulb. So you'll be collecting mosquitoes. And Guy, it's so important because we're going to be outside. We're going to be in our backyard. We're going to be staying home. This is the time to make sure that you could enjoy it. And this is absolutely going to help you do that. And Guy, I have to say that I'm pretty disappointed that I just heard that you're one of those people that doesn't get bit by mosquitoes. I get terrorized every time I go outside. Is that really true, Guy?
Hey, you
don't
know
get
what
bit?
it is? I don't know what it is. I have a weird blood type. I'm one of the universal donors. Maybe that's it. I have no idea why, but then again, it's inconsistent because once in a while, like the other night, I think it was me that it got, but literally it was so swollen from feasting off either me or Danny all night, it couldn't even fly. That was enough to gross me out, which is why I'm going to get the indoor DynaTrap.
Yeah, you'll love it.
I'm going to get one of those too because that's a great idea. But let me, while I got Peter there, because Peter, we're going to talk about the other one in a minute, but I want to give you a little bit of a sort of an update as to what's going on here. So this one here, this is bronze, okay? This here is called stone, and this one is called black. Now, this is the full acre. Behind it is the half acre, so if you only have a smaller property and you want to go with a more compact version, it works just about as well. You know, probably about 25 or 30% less bugs per week, but it takes up a little bit less space. Let me just tell you, if it's me, get the big one. I mean, you know, it's worth it. If you're going to do a one-time purchase, you're going to put it on FlexPay anyway. So grab it, it's worth it. But I'm telling you, you got 90 days to try it. And to me, it's probably the best thing you could do for yourself and your family and friends, whoever's hanging out in your yard this summer. All right, 084753 is the item number if you want to pick it up. Almost 7,000 people, Peter, total have picked this up today. So really, it's doing really, really well. Come on over here, and we're